All right, please, God, tell me you can hear us. Please. Come on.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
working. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, come on. Come on.
Don't say it.
First time error here.
Da, 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 da.
Ba-ba. Pika.
Trying to figure it out like
Ba-ba.
Rico.
Those are really, these. Wow, these really good. Can you hear us now? Oh snap! All right, Joe, we're live for reals this time.
Hey, the volume's on.
All right, we're back.
We'll see if anybody else filters in here real quick, and gonna try to hit record here in a moment. New recording.
Hello, hello.
Uh, so what's this? Call this KKKKKF.
Works for me. Oh.
Record that.
Okay. Bow, wow. It's live. We're live. We're live, Joe.
Yes, we're live.
We're live. This is happening for real.
Yep, the universe can hear us now.
Oh boy. Anybody. Anybody can hear us. Hopefully they can hear us.
All right, we'll give it 60 more seconds. See if people get
Okay.
back on here, and we will jump back in. Sorry for the difficulties. My
First timers. First timers.
my audio manager, she got this under control for us.
Thank God.
Thanks, honey, my wife.
Heather.
And yeah, so like I said, we'll give about 30 more seconds, and we'll be good to go.
Everybody come back.
Yeah, Victor, this is genius because all you had to do is scroll just a little bit more to pick your microphone that was below to choose your camera, and I missed that when I came into it here. So, yep.
Hmm. Getting told we don't have audio, Joe.
What?
Can you hear us, Victor? He's got to hear us. He's got to hear us because he said he's. Mm.
Well,
I really hope.
if you can or cannot
Oh,
hear us,
okay,
we are
okay.
going to go
Keep.
ahead with this.
I'm getting sources that say they can hear us.
All right.
Woo,
Yay.
yay.
Okay. Now,
Working. Okay.
okay. So,
Good time. Cup of Joe.
so welcome to a cup with Joe and Dakota.
We're drinking some good stuff today, Joe.
Yep. We're trying out some Gov Cup from Salem, Oregon. Maybe somebody calls it Oregon, but I call it Oregon. And
Oregon. Same thing, Joe Schmo, right?
and what's in the cup? A Rwanda.
Rwanda. The Gov Cup.
So, what do you like this Rwanda?
You know,
coffee?
Joe, there's not really a lot of depth, but it's coffee.
Right.
It's coffee. It would be definitely just a good one, just if you want a breakfast sandwich, as they suggest.
Right.
It'd be a great one to do. Just it's just a cup of coffee. There's that's all really I can say about it. I mean, there's not really a whole crazy lot of flavor. It's just a cup of coffee.
So, I mean, it does say that there's supposed to be like key lime in here.
That's a stretch.
Uh,
I don't have the taste buds palate, whatever we're calling it. I don't have it for it. Sorry.
Some elderflower. I don't even know what elderflower tastes like.
I couldn't even tell you if you put it in my mouth and said, "Taste this. What does it taste like?" I couldn't tell you. Oh, that's elderflower. No, not me. Definitely not.
And then there's some raisin and toasted oat in here. I taste the toasted oat in here. You really get that. Honestly, for me, I would really have this coffee camping.
All right, we're really working now, Joe. Sorry.
All right, we got multiple sources we're working.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
So, what else do we have from them?
Oh, Joe's trying to. As if you watched last week, he is trying to overdose me on the caffeine with the good old Electric Eye Espresso, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing some espresso today. So, Joe, I know you haven't had it yet. I know I kind of snuck a little sip, but you ready for this, Joe?
So that was much better than
See, I told you
yeah.
the
That's
espresso's got a little extra pizzazz. It was what I would like to use here. Um,
that excitement's gonna get a little bit higher the more you
it's
drink here.
yeah, you guys are gonna watch me evolve into a caffeine freak during this little live stream we got going on here. But
Yeah,
what's your opinions on this one, Joe? Since how you threw me under the bus with the coffee, let's see. What are you thinking about the espresso here?
I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna look at the note. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, you can do what you want.
No, it's got a little bit more citrus in it, which I like the little bit of
Hmm.
citrus.
Hmm.
It's smooth and it doesn't feel overpoweringly dark.
No.
So I think it's one of those very nice sipping espressos that you don't feel like you're gonna have to keep that cup down for extended amount of time just to get over that
Hmm.
heaviness of it.
Hmm.
So I
No,
call
not.
this like a medium espresso with a little bit of a citrus bite, and I definitely would pick this one over the Rwanda or Rwanda,
Mm.
however you say it. And I think I would rather spend the $16 on the Electric Eye versus the Rwanda that's $19. However, I do like the story.
There
Uh,
is a cool story. There is a cool story.
what story?
Joe's trying to put me on the spot here. I'm gonna cheat here and look at our little notes we got going on here. But first off, it's the longest running coffee house in Oregon, which is super cool. But I mean, they definitely they it's based in Salem, Oregon. They started in 1991, so that's kind of cool. I mean, I don't know what you were doing in '91, Joe, but I wasn't even born yet. So little insight for all you watching. Um, yeah, no, they're the longest running coffee house. Small batch roaster, which support local business. That's kind of cool. A small little. You're not supporting Starbucks. Nothing wrong with Starbucks, but it's kind of cool to support smaller ones.
Right.
And it's a good. I would say this is a good introductory espresso. What do you think?
Yeah, compared to the coffees we tried in Washington, and now we're going over to Oregon
Mm-hmm.
right now. Uh, I think that this one, as far as the coffee itself goes, is it tastes fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't wow me in any
There's
sense of it doesn't wow me.
not a lot of depth, at
No,
least with these guys. Not a bad cup, not a bad cup at all. Just if you're looking for that extra in depth, you want to sit there, you want to think about the coffee, you want to experience the coffee. This is not the one, in
right,
my personal opinion. It's a cup of coffee. It'd be great. I know we were talking about it before, but great for camping. Like I said, if you want that breakfast sandwich, you kind of want the sandwich, whatever. It would be a great one to eat or drink while eating. You know,
yeah, no, I
it
completely
just
agree.
it's not gonna overpower anything.
And looking at the website, it looks like a very a melting pot of customers that come through there.
Hmm.
I get that kind of vibes of the hippie vibe to just anybody's welcome vibe in this establishment. It's curbside where it's located in Salem there, and it looks like it's a really good atmosphere.
Hmm.
Just once again, uh, based upon these two that we're trying here, the Electric Eye,
Mm.
um, I think we would gravitate toward this. It does say it can be um, a brewed drip
Mm.
or espresso.
Mm.
And Victor, we did try this.
You're crazy, Victor. You are crazy.
So we did try the Rwanda in French press and drip. Pretty
Hmm.
much got the same taste profiles. We did the espresso in an espresso machine, so that's how we got it. And
I have a single shot. Joe's over here with two.
yeah, I got a double shot.
Victor, you like your caffeine.
It's gonna be a late night tonight.
uh,
Um, but yeah. So, would you recommend a Gov Cup? Thoughts, opinions before we move on?
like I said, if you're looking for that just simple cup of coffee, not a lot of depth to it, Gov Cup, I would highly recommend. If you're looking into, you want it to evolve, you want it to kind of change around. I know we've had a couple other coffees like
Right.
that on the channel so far. This one's not that. This
Gotcha.
one's not that. So if you want that simple cup of coffee, Gov Cup's your cup.
Yep, I'm gonna agree with you on
I
that
mean,
one. The espresso is good.
mm,
Low acidity, tastes good. The Rwanda wasn't anything to write home about, but I definitely would. If it was given to me, I would drink it again. So
if you're looking to get into espresso, I would definitely recommend the Gov Cup Electric Eye. It's, I would say it's not as holy shit espresso as most espressos, in my personal opinion.
but what else can you do in the espresso?
Oh, Joe. Okay, so you were in the military.
Yes.
You guys like your coffee, don't you?
Uh, yes, we do.
Okay, so way back in the World War II,
Before our time, both of our times.
the yes, very before my time. You're pretty close, but me on the other hand, whoo, I'm way after you. But those good old boys in Italy, they wanted to drink something that reminded them of back home.
What's that?
An Americano.
Americano. Okay.
Americano. So usually an Americano, they took the espresso and they usually most ex- Americanos, excuse me, not espressos. Most Americanos
Hmm.
are three parts.
Okay.
You have one part espresso
Right.
and two parts water.
So,
Usually hot water. You want to kind of tone it down
so,
just
so
a
you
little
just pour
bit.
those in and this.
So I learned something new today,
Okay.
which is cool.
What? Or hot? Oh, cool.
Or hot, cool. I mean, we're talking about coffee here, so hopefully it's hot. But so an Americano, you have to put, in order for it to be an Americano, you have to put the espresso in first, then the water. And you can make it in any ratio you want, but usually the recommend is one third espresso, two-thirds water.
Okay.
Now you can also do a long black, which is based out of Australia and New Zealand. That one you put the water in and then put the espresso in, which it tends to be a lot more strong.
Oh, really?
You get a lot more of the espresso when you do it that way.
So do you think this would be if it would matter if you mixed it up, or is it just how you pour is how you drink it to get this certain balance of
You
either
know,
strong
I
or
would when I immediately read this, I
right?
thought of any mixed drink. So if you're taking, let's say you're making an old fashioned, for instance, right?
Right.
However sweet or non-sweet you want this old fashioned to be, right?
Right.
Is how you're gonna pour it. So I would assume that it's gonna be very opinion based. If you're gonna do this, if you want, they also put in there you could do half and half, so half espresso, half water,
Okay.
right? And then after reading if you put the espresso in first, it's going to tone down the espresso with the water.
Cool.
If you put the espresso in second, it's going to amplify that espresso. So try it out. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to now. As I told you,
Right.
me and my wife just acquired a espresso machine. I think I could get behind the Americano, just tone it down a little bit, get some nice, good espresso. I mean, the Gov Cup is definitely, I mean, it's a good starter. So I think it would be a good one to experiment with on that.
Right.
Do I want to put the espresso in first? Do I want to put the water? I mean, you're going to try it out, Joe? I mean,
Um.
where are your thoughts on an Americano?
Like I like the long black idea because I
Yeah.
like strong
I
coffees.
see that was my
So,
immediate thought too. Like
so
I
that's
want that as strong as possible.
right. So that's a way to try it. Next time I have a like an opportunity with the espresso machine, I think I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll just do a quick video here in the next couple days whenever I have my next cup,
Hmm.
which will not be today because we have plenty of coffee
No,
going
we
today.
got we got a lot of bean juice going through our blood right now. That's for sure.
Americano, awesome, Morgan. Well, and Victor, that's a great question on the Rwanda. I think if you added some Irish cream, which I was gonna bring down some Irish cream, but I was like, we got too many mixtures going on
Oh
here.
boy.
But yeah, um, the Americano is awesome, and I want to try the long black, and I think that'd be a good route to try that I've probably never paid attention to. I mean, I guess when you go to like a Starbucks, you say, "Give me my coffee and ice" or something like that. You don't really think of
Yeah, I mean,
the
you don't
intricacies of it all.
really. I mean, you could definitely be one of those people that show up, and I know I've never personally done it, but I know of people that are very specific about their Starbucks order. So I guess you could tell them, hey, make sure you put that espresso in first or the espresso in second after the water.
So I got a question for you.
I'm ready, Joe.
So where does a person go when they get injured in a peekaboo game?
What? Okay, this was not planned here. I don't. When they get injured during a peekaboo game,
Yeah,
I. What?
they go to the ICU.
This guy's a comedian. Oh boy, that
So,
was
still talking about coffee.
this guy.
So,
Oh, I see. Oh man.
the Hawaiian legislators are cracking
Mm,
down on Kona coffee.
that's some good coffee.
Uh, like many of you have maybe tried Kona coffee.
I hope you have. If you haven't, go purchase some. Don't skip. Spend the money. Do it.
But right now, Kona is cracking
Mm,
down specifically on those who put like 10% a blend
mm,
of Kona in their
mm.
coffee. Right now, they're asking for $33 million.
Wow.
So
I don't got that kind of money. I'm glad I'm not trying to get in on that.
yeah, $33 million
Mm,
from grocers and other breweries, and they or
mm,
roasters, excuse me. They want
mm.
your bag to be more than 10% of Kona coffee in order to have the name Kona coffee on the bags.
Which is fair. I mean, 10% in the grand scheme of things, it's like a couple beans.
Right.
Like,
Well, depends. Well, it depends on how much you're serving the two, right?
right? Yeah. I mean, that's 10%. That seems very low to me, in my personal opinion. I mean, if I was had a company such as Kona, and I was wanting, if people were using my name,
Mm-hmm.
I would want it to be at least, like, I don't know, 45% keeps jumping in my mind. Like, I want a significant amount of it if they're claiming to have it.
And by the way, so we're planning to. We're actually going to be going out, my family and I, to Kona.
Hmm.
I don't know how I'm going to swindle it and make it work, but I'm going to try to take some pictures and videos and
Hopefully,
of Kona there. So
hopefully we have some Kona coffee to drink, Joe.
I'm going to try to bring back legit 100%.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna get the good stuff.
Yep. And also, if this were to be passed as a law, it would be a $10,000 fine
Oh,
per violation. So one bag of this
no messing around.
would be $10,000 of a violation.
Mm,
So,
it's a hefty price, but I
but they're trying to
good for them.
but they're protecting their brand, right?
Yeah, I know.
And
Like I said, if it was my brand, I would definitely want it to be protected. And right now, it seems like they are noticing that it's getting out of hand,
mhm,
and they're trying to catch up with that and make it a very hefty,
right.
hefty. Don't mess with us, or we're making you pay. Oh
Uh,
man, do you know it's cold outside, Joe?
yeah, baby, it's cold outside.
Did you know that there is a wonderful woman in Poland
Okay.
that has now set the new world record for women of being in an ice bath?
An ice bath,
Mm-hmm.
like like
We're talking ice.
it's just
Ice.
ice. Okay.
Ice. You want to take a stab at how long she stayed in this ice bath, Joe?
Trying
I
to
should say I say ice bath, but it's ice.
okay.
She's just ice.
Uh, hour and a half, maybe hour and a half.
Ah, that's what I thought.
For me, probably like 10 minutes, but
Yeah, right. Like cold showers is not for me. No. We're closer to 3 hours, 6 minutes, and 45 seconds, Joe.
so is she still alive?
Surprisingly, yes.
Oh, awesome.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
That's a good thing.
I
Break a record, you're still alive.
yeah, it's that one. Could you? I mean, I don't know how you get in the mental state for that, Joe.
So when we were reading up on this here a little bit, she does what is it called? Self hypnosis.
You'd have to get your mind out of your own head for a minute. That's for sure.
Yeah, long minute. Like I don't know, like if you're listening, like are you listening to like Beethoven, like in your head?
I
Or
would
what are you
need something a
doing?
little more than Beethoven, I think.
But yeah, no. looking at this, she was able to maintain this state of being for like 3 hours and 6 minutes and change or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
And on top of that, uh, to her claim, it wasn't until about like the latter part of 2 hours where the cold started to hit her.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah,
don't,
no, I
yeah,
would. That is you'd have to put yourself in the right state of mind for that. But good Lord, I mean, I do apologize. I have no idea how to pronounce this wonderful woman's name.
I'm gonna try.
I mean, Joe, you can go for it, but we'll put it in the comments. But I'm not even gonna attempt.
It's Katarzyna Jakubowska. Anyways,
Wonderful woman from Poland, like I said, wonderful woman from Poland that apparently likes to be really cold.
yes, she
She
does.
got a world record though, so good on her. Side note, the male
Mhm.
world record for being in an ice tomb,
Okay.
for lack of better words, is 3 hours and 11 minutes.
Oh wow, so they're pretty close.
So
So she had a chance.
we got some competitiveness here
Wow.
going
Yeah.
on, Joe. So I wonder if she had a time going and like knew, or if it was just straight up she was just trying to do it without seeing any time. Because I know me personally, if I saw that, I would try and push myself past that 3 hours and 11
Oh,
minutes. Even if it was the opposite sex, I'm still trying to
right.
push for it,
But like,
especially being that close.
so, but 3 hours. What if you've got to go to the bathroom, dude?
It's a hell of a. I mean,
Because I'm looking at this picture, she's standing up in an
yeah,
upright,
no,
like
she's.
container with ice in the public around her. It's
Mm-hmm.
like I'm not
You
trying to
could
get
get
too old.
you could get warm real quick. I
This thing's
mean,
gonna start turning yellow in the ice.
yeah, and I mean, it's there's a lot
Anyways,
of factors that I don't think I could stay with here.
but anyways, so what has toes and is not your foot?
This guy just throwing jokes at me. Has toes and is not your foot.
Yep.
Hmm. Has toes but not your foot. What, Joe?
My foot. Beer all day.
This guy, I'm telling you, is a comedian. Mm.
But you know what's not funny?
Mm.
A Neuralink's brain chip that was just successfully put in somebody's brain from Elon Musk's company.
We went from toes to brain now.
Yeah,
We're
I'm playing.
we're keeping you guys on your toes.
Keeping you on your toes.
Neural successfully.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
So the whole idea is to help quadriplegics and those who have lost nerve and neurological abilities with their body
Yeah.
to better communicate and or potentially reprogram their body for use, like their limbs.
That brings a whole new world to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like you could have robotic soldiers,
Right.
you could have robotic people with superhuman strength.
Getting that whole cyborg.
Go into the strongman competition and secretly be able to like lift way more than everybody else.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Just cool though. Very cool.
Um,
I could see the potential in helping people though.
well, so I mean, the naysayers and those people who are
Mm.
saying that, that this, pushes the boundaries of what I don't know is right or wrong
Yeah.
and everything. I mean,
if you already can't walk,
yeah, if you put yourself in their shoes and they
Yeah.
have the opportunity to potentially walk or help the next person,
mm-hmm.
I think it's one of those things you just got to be in their shoes and think what it would be like.
you
like
really
the
got
first step.
nothing to lose at that point. So, I think I would jump at the opportunity if, God forbid, I couldn't use my fingers or my toes.
Right. And this is also, they also think that they can reverse those who are blind.
Oh.
And something about the retina, the eye, and the nerves and the brain and everything, how they all work together, can potentially help a person be able to see. Now they're
that
not.
Would be That would be some pretty crazy stuff.
But they're not sure, like, to the point where if you're gonna have like an artificial eye and your brain's still working, or it will be
Mm,
working through your eyes.
I see.
Uh, so those of you that are in here, what are your thoughts of the Neuralink by Elon Musk, if you've heard about it, to change the world, or change the life of others who may not have the accessibilities and
Hmm.
the things that
Yeah,
we have
no,
in life.
definitely,
You know,
definitely. Yeah, no, I mean, I have horrible eyesight. I'm wearing contacts for any of you that are wondering. But no, that kind of sparks my interest. Like, if I get a little chip put up there, is it gonna make it so I can see better?
right?
Who needs contacts? Who needs glasses?
And this is a 6 year a
LASIK is a
test.
thing of the past. Who cares? We'll just put
Right.
a chip in your brain. And you can see 2020 all of a sudden. I mean, that would be some crazy stuff, Joe.
So going down the rabbit hole,
Oh boy,
oh yeah, no, because our,
you got more jokes?
um, yes, I do.
Oh boy, here we
So,
go.
but no, so they're also thinking in the future, this is how we're going to communicate with everybody
Mm-hmm.
around us. So basically,
Mm,
like cellular or whatever cellular will be at that time, will be through a chip through our brain. So I can call you. Don't
mm.
need a phone. Don't need anything like the
I don't know if you want to hear my thoughts, Joe.
not on this.
I don't know if you want to hear my thoughts. Oh, that could be dangerous. Now, see, now you just I was sold, and now I'm back off the train here.
Oh, but you also have what's called, it was Apple's Provision or Pro that just came out. That people are walking around these big goggles
Mm-hmm.
and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now just imagine if
Mm-hmm.
you're just doing that all in your brain to your
Mm.
eyes with a little lens around your eyes. You don't have these goggles on you,
I mean, your
but
eyes, huh?
but your eyes would be able to see everything, and you would touch it
Yeah,
and everything
no,
like that.
that could be pretty crazy.
I mean, I don't think it's too far out there, honestly.
I
It sounds like it right now,
no, yeah,
but
no. I
like,
mean, the even as far back as 2000, if you would have told me that you could have goggles that you could see things, even VR.
well, they're
That's
typing on that
I
like
know,
a
but like
keyboard,
even VR, like I don't think in 2000, if you would have told me that you could put some goggles on and like be in your own world.
right?
I mean, I don't know about you, but I've experienced VR before, and that is some crazy stuff. Like at home, put that thing on. Some crazy stuff, Joe. You really feel like you're immersed in that, like trying to walk through and like you're trying to like walk, and
Right.
it messes with your head.
No, I think that it's part of the like the evolution,
Mm-hmm.
that they're gonna try to maximize the brain and everything like
Mm-hmm.
that, and it might
Open
not
up
be in
the
our lifetimes when this
yeah.
all actually works and it's legit, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a very interesting time, and where man and technology are kind of
Mm-hmm.
merging, right?
Yeah. No,
So
it's interesting time we're living in currently.
absolutely.
It's some fun times. Some little AI in there, little mechanical in the brain. It's an interesting thing to be on. I mean, let us know your thoughts in the comments here, guys. Let's anybody got any opinions on a Neuralink in the chat here? So
I'll keep an eye on it here.
I got a question for you, Joe.
I might have an answer for you.
Out of the 46 presidents we've had, do you know when the last one that had a ongoing facial hair was? I mean, you got your stubble, but like wore a mustache, wore a glorious beard such as yours. Do you know when this was?
Um, like I know more like military personnel. Abraham Lincoln, maybe.
Okay, so Abraham Lincoln was one of the first
Oh,
to
okay,
don a
okay,
beard, mustache, any type of facial hair. I mean, there was a couple presidents that had some gnarly mutton chops, but hairdo, facial hair, you make the decision.
right.
But the last president to don any type of serious facial hair was William Taft.
William Taft, huh?
When he passed the torch to go into the Oval Office, sorry, I'm reading my notes here just to make sure I get his name right. Woodrow Wilson, in 1913, when he became president, he was the one to start the Clean Shaven Act. I guess you could say.
What? Okay.
Way back there, 1913, Joe. 1913.
So what you're saying is Kilpirico has a lot of work to do.
Oh, a lot,
We,
Joe.
so I'm going to be biased. If there's
Mhm.
a bearded man who decides to go and run for president, I'm just going to vote for him.
I mean,
And then I'm going to ask him to endorse Kilpirico as his product of choice.
we're gonna skip all the political none of that
No
nonsense.
political.
We're just talking beard. If you have a beard, you want to be president, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, you wanna take a trip to DC and
So no more vote for Pedro's, vote for Joe.
vote for Joe. 20. Well, it's 2024. I mean, is it too late?
It's too late.
It's too late now.
Yeah.
What is that? So 2028.
The campaign will begin in 2027. All right, sounds good.
Joe for president 2028.
I don't think my wife will go for it.
We should make a shirt. Vote for Joe. Oh boy.
But so as far as the cliche goes, like what really made this change though? Because you're kind of
Yeah, I it's I think it's just it became out of the norm. I think back then it was a lot more common for men to have facial hair. Nowadays, I feel like it's making a resurgence, but there again, it's not in the norm.
So I'm not putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
So I looked at this a little bit more, and
Mm.
it's because of medical field, et cetera, like that.
Mm.
Physicians, doctors in practice,
Mm.
they were saying that it would have pollutants in your beard.
Mm.
You're an uncleanly person. Your hygiene wasn't high, et cetera, like that. So they were kind of using the medical field to downplay beards.
So
and
they're
facial hair.
trying to do the same thing we're doing now. If you have a beard,
Right.
be president.
Right. Yep.
But they're saying it. Don't have a beard, you'll be president.
So yeah,
Fair
no.
enough.
So it was the medical field that was really downplaying it, and not to really jump
Dang.
all around here, but coffee itself, like I believe it was Kellogg, at one point was coming up with his own non-coffee coffee because coffee was bad for you, but his stuff was good for you.
Yeah, Kellogg did. I've seen a couple things on Kellogg. He definitely convinced a lot of people that this was bad, this was good to make his product seem better.
But guess what? He drank coffee.
Yeah, I mean, as a normal individual would. It looks like on the comments here, Vanessa said that she's definitely not doing the Neuralink. It seems a little bit scary. I mean, I've been back and forth.
I think we're talking about this a little bit more offline or over our Thirsty Thursday or something like that.
But yeah, I definitely have jumped back and forth with this this thing here, Joe. It's definitely it's been interesting.
So last joke of the day.
Oh boy.
So what did the fisherman? No. What did the fish say to the fisherman?
What did the fish say to the fisherman? Got a bite?
Pick a cod, any cod.
That was a very Midwestern joke there, Joe. I don't think I could say that as good as you. Pick a cod, any cod. No, you definitely sold that joke better than I could. I didn't know we were doing jokes here, but I do appreciate them, Joe.
Hey, you know there one joke that is not a joke.
Oh boy. Go ahead. Now I know what you're gonna say, Joe. Oh,
a pig cafe in Japan.
You mean like the cats?
No,
like a cat cafe?
Like a Wilbur, a pink pig, in your friendly cafe to give you, I don't know, love, affection, hope with your coffee or something. I mean, I think we give hope to coffee.
Not a particular animal that I'm thinking. Let me go hang out with that and drink a cup of Joe here. But if you're over there in Tokyo, you like your pigs. They got mini pigs at My Pig. I think that's how you say it. My Pig.
Yeah.
My Pig
Hmm.
Cafe.
And for $15 US for 30 minutes, you could have your
Woo!
pig companion with your cup of Joe.
And supposedly
Hmm.
these pigs don't get much bigger than a corgi dog. It's it's interesting. I didn't know pigs could just stay little.
I mean, pigs are smart. I mean, they do say that they. I mean, you can. I mean, they're more smart than a dog,
I,
for example. Like you could like teach them tricks and whatnot.
I believe it when I see it.
All right. Well, we know what Dakota wants here
Oh
for
well,
$1,350. Go fund Dakota so he can get himself a pig.
it's a joke. It's a joke. I don't want a pig. No, thank you. I
Yeah,
got 3 dogs. I
and
think we're good.
on Saturday a whole lot of little. Yeah. Anyway.
Yep. Saturday is gonna be life changing.
Yep.
Uh,
But what else did you hear about
I'm
Japan and what they're doing to I don't know make their cafes more
diverse.
diverse if that's
Diverse.
what you
I
want to
mean,
call it.
that's definitely what we're doing. They're having the pigs. I mean, any animal. I don't know if I'm really into the whole cats, dogs, pigs. I don't I. hmm,
Well,
It's a tough sell.
there's some competitors. Some have snakes.
No,
Some have bats.
bats is an interesting one. That
Um,
sounds like problematic all over it.
yeah, I think we're getting a little carried away. But then again, uh, in some of these
Mm,
like cities and towns in the world are
mm-hmm.
so close together,
This is true.
you probably just can't have a whole bunch of cats and dogs in like a
Yeah, you
room or
gotta
something like that.
spread them out.
You get your pigs
You
instead.
got your pigs, you got your snakes.
Um, but yeah, no, I
Mm,
just thought that was really interesting that
that's
that's how they're trying to pair it and everything.
yeah, it's I don't yeah. I mean for $15 for 30 minutes. I don't know if that's how I really want to spend my money, Joe.
No.
Nah, I'm not sure.
Uh,
Hmm.
so last thing, and we were trying to touch on this a little bit the other day. Talk
Hmm.
about an article, and just want to show a little depth in a
Are
topic.
you ready to think, ladies and gentlemen?
So there's so there's a topic in if a tree falls in the forest, did it happen?
If
So
nobody hears it,
yeah, if nobody
did
hears
it
it,
happen?
did it happen?
Hmm.
So this can be
Hmm.
scientifically proven now,
Hmm.
and through quantum theory. And stepping back, and this was a good segue into
Hmm.
it. And I'm going to take the floor just a little bit on this one right
Listen.
now. So time. So I was listening to this amazing physicist or quantum theory, whatever his title is,
Smart mofo.
smarter than I am, and and he was explaining time, and basically his example to really capture what he was trying to say is if you look at a telescope and you look at let's say a star, that photon, that light that hits the lens, that goes into the other lenses, that hits your eye, that took X amount of time at the speed of light to hit your eye. Once that particle or photon hits your eye, it's done.
Hmm.
It has not happened. So basically, the sense of it, time is not a past, a present, or a future. It's all one. Because time and the essence of time, if you will, as they can be explained, is broken down in photons. Now, when you bring it to this theory of the tree falling in the forest and nobody hears it, well, when it falls, it creates noise, which disrupts photons. Photons carry this information or message through, and if you don't hear the photon, it never happened because it it already died, so it never happened.
Hmm.
It's already back. It happened, but it didn't happen because it was in the past. So in the end, if that makes sense, I try to recreate the thought around this, but if this really makes sense, uh, if a tree does fall in the forest and nobody hears it, the scientific mathematical um, write up is it
Didn't
never
happen.
happened. So, um, hope I could try to blow your mind on that one just a little bit right there. And
Blew my mind. Blew my mind. That's for sure.
but you got it. So I know I was telling a little bit right.
I got it. I got it. It made perfect sense to me. I'm gonna give everybody a few seconds. Just we'll go quiet here for a second. Just think about that for a second.
And Heather, astrophysicist. That's what it was. Thank you. But yeah, so time is current. It's not the past, the present, or future. It's all current.
Mm-hmm.
And protons is what captures basically time. It's like a capsule, if you want to call it that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't hear the photon that gets knocked for noise and to anticipates out, doesn't hit your eardrum, you don't hear it.
Never
it never
happened.
happened.
Never happened.
So
who would have thought, Joe? Who would have thought? What a hell of a thought. Like if you think about it truly, if it falls, nobody hears it. Maybe the tree was like that.
and we can go down the rabbit hole.
I
A
mean,
lot of
we
things here.
we can really go down if we want, but I mean, it's something to make you think, something definitely to make you ponder
Mhm.
and really give it a good thought.
Absolutely. And uh, yeah, no, just sit back and think about that for a
Mm-hmm.
second. What is, what was, what will be? It's all constant.
It's
So
all
just trying not to go too crazy on
right
that
there.
one, but just trying to give some depth in some of the topics we would like to talk about in the
Mm-hmm.
future. Let us know if you like those topics, if they are up your alley, or if you have other topics you think would be great. And we apologize that uh, drinking coffee at 4:15 to me anytime is a good time to drink
I
coffee.
mean,
But
espresso, questionable coffee. Let's do it.
I just was not. I did not know you needed 24 hours to prep through YouTube in order to go live.
Beginner's luck.
And then the microphone thing, because I didn't have the opportunity to practice beforehand, I didn't see the option on there, and my audio engineer helped me out. So thank you.
Heather.
But
Joe,
yeah.
I will say I just had this thought
Oh,
of 4 o'clock in the afternoon. This is a great the Rwanda, the Gov Cup Rwanda here. This guy here, maybe coming to focus. There we go. I would say that this cup,
this is a darker
it would
coffee.
be a great cup. I know that I have seen people in the past. I think I've done it before. I know I've done it
Mm-hmm.
before. You finish a meal and you just want a nice cup of coffee to drink. I think this one would be perfect for that because it doesn't have a of lot of anything going on. So after a meal,
Right.
you kind of want to digest, you want to just relax, have a nice cup of coffee. I would suggest that one for that specific setting. I think this one would be good because it's not going to overpower whatever you
Right.
just ate. It's just going to be a nice, simple, get the job done, do what you wanted to do.
Yeah, and I mean, you're supposed to have coffee 3 times a day because you're supposed to have a light coffee in the morning, medium in the afternoon, and a dark at night.
I think that's for you extra special coffee drinkers. But oh boy, you're crazy, Joe.
Uh, but anyways, for those who chimed in and who click on this and listen to it in the future,
Word.
future whatever that means, right?
Hopefully.
Um, we appreciate you, and we are planning to do lives on the first Sunday of every month.
Should hopefully go a lot smoother than this one.
Yep. And keep an eye out for our recordings. Also, we have the uh, Kill Beard Co. Weekend Flex. Talk about watches, whiskey, just random stuff about more about beard stuff. And
I used the best damn beard butter today after I shaved.
okay. Oh, so it's for non beard people
yeah,
too.
we're talking that bear chin. It likes that beard butter.
Do you think it's because it's a winter thing? Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't even. I will say that when I shaved, My skin was not happy. I put the beard butter on it, and it was very happy.
So it's almost like an aftershave.
Almost, you could almost use it. I used a significant less than when I had a beard. I don't know if it, for you that are watching. I used to have a decent beard. It wasn't this glorious mane, but I had a beard. But
Well,
life changes happen. I have a mustache now, but best damn beard butter is not just for beards.
all right, the shameless plug goes in there. Kill Beard Co. Best damn beard butter. A non-beard beard alike will love it.
Yeah.
So once again, thanks for chiming in. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great week, and we will see you on Sunday next week. Bye.
Toodaloo.
Hold on.
You gotta hit end. There you go.